Sean Payton has entered some pretty elite company. Check this out. With this win over Washington the other night, brought the Broncos to 10 wins, brought Sean Payton to 10 wins. Sean now, that was his 11th, or this is his 11th 10-plus win season in his coaching career. 11. That's fifth most in NFL history, trailing only Bill Belichick, Don Shula, Andy Reid, and Tom Landry. Only those coaches have more 10-win seasons than Sean Payton. So when I ask you what Sean's superpower is, what words would you use that come to mind?
Well, you look at what he was able to do in New Orleans, what he was able to do here. I think it is find the right players that fit his culture, that fit his how he views building a football team. And that's not an easy thing to do. You know, you got to find good players that are also, you know, have the right mindset to be able to go through a football season or go through some adversity and be able to stick together and that fit how you want to build a football team. And he's been able to do that. Did that in New Orleans, and he's already done that here. So I think that's a difficult thing to do, find the right guys. And I think as a coach, you have to, you know, have the feel of your football team and the pulse of your football team, when to push, when to pull back. And, you know, when he said the seventh Super Bowl, he's had 6 teams that were Super Bowl teams that he felt like, and this is the 7th. You know, when you say stuff like that, you know, some people didn't like it, and you know, I was one of them at the time. Like, why would you need to put the spotlight on this team? But he does it for a reason. You know, we laugh about he's got his coffee, his lattes, and you know, he's just going to just start rambling on. And but I don't believe that he just goes up there and doesn't just start spouting off. I think he has a plan. I think he had a plan when he said that, and to take the pressure off his football team, to let them know that he believes in them, that he thinks they're a really good team. So you got to have a good feel for your football team, and he does.
You know, to back that up, I thought that was an interesting little reveal during the game on Sunday. Chris Collinsworth was talking about a conversation he had with a current Bronco coach who's been around a while, unnamed, but this coach said the thing he likes is that whenever there's any problem, any issue, it gets taken care of immediately. And it doesn't linger, and it doesn't continue to be a problem. It gets taken care of right away. And as this coach told Collinsworth, I like that. And I could be here a long time coaching with that kind of mindset around this building. Mark's talked about how when he went back to New Orleans to cover a game a couple years after Sean had left, how the fear had gone out of the building, you know? And so there seems to be that he has found that really hard to find balance that exists for coaches is how do you be a disciplinarian? How do you be, you know, pardon my French, a hard ass, while still being able to relate with and also having a good relationship with your players and having the respect of your players?
Is he, excuse me, is he Coach of the Year?
He has to be on the short list.
On the short list. You ready?
All right, yeah.
You ready?
Who else is on that list?
Vrabel.
Mike Vrabel in New England, yeah, of course.
Ben Johnson, Chicago. That's it.
Steichen in Indy was maybe trending that way, but that's fallen off?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
I mean, I think he might have been the leader 4 weeks ago.
Sure.
But
back then it was you called it a wrap.
Yeah, but they can't win a game anymore, right? That just lets you know
it's
a long season. You know, yeah, you like to say the first game of the season is a must-win.
Well,
right?
Some are.
Well, but it just lets you know that hey, it's a long season. But I think there's 3 coaches.
I think you're right.
And guess what? This is how I decided. You ready?
Yeah.
Whoever wins the most games. That's it. Let's go. Buckle up.
Yeah.
Whoever finishes with a better record here, because I think all of them have done a great job. They all have second-year quarterbacks.
They
all
the same
have
thing.
Second-year quarterbacks. Okay, and they've all done a really good job. I think you can make great arguments for you know any of those guys, obviously. But whoever finishes with a better record, that coach deserves it.
Okay. I'm fine with that.
All right?
What if there's a tie?
Who wins the tiebreaker?
Okay.
That's why we got to beat the Raiders.
That's a W.
So if we beat the Raiders and we end up with 14 wins, say, this year, and the Patriots end up with 14 wins, guess what?
What if Chicago ends up with 14 wins?
They won't. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry. Yeah, don't worry about that.
Okay.
No, that's not happening.
That's it.
Yeah, I've already. That's a wrap.
Ben Johnson's going to go the Shane Steichen role, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think you're right. Actually, do you know? I think the Bears, they play at the Packers. If they lose, they're going to go from number 1 in the NFC to 6th or 7th,
Wow.
just like that.
Wow.
Yeah, the NFC's loaded. Holy cow! You look up and, I mean, the 5th, 6th, and 7th seeds are 9 wins, 8 wins, and 9 wins.
Yep.
And the Packers have 8. The team with 8 wins, and they have the tie.
Right.
So they're actually ranked ahead of the 49ers, who have 9 wins.
Correct.
Yeah. So the NFC is just loaded.
Loaded.
Locked and loaded.
Tonight we got Dallas and Detroit. Interesting game. Dallas is getting some late season momentum, and Detroit seems to be losing it.
Yeah, I think the loser of that game is probably night-night.
I think you're right. Wow.
I mean,
Detroit could be night-night with still a month left to go in the season.
I mean, this shows you how tough it is. This shows you that when you have a couple injuries and you're just a little bit off, and then you lose a couple of the close games that you were winning before, and, hey, I'm going for it on 4th down all the time, and then it's not working like it did a year ago. All of a sudden you look up, and you're not that team that has 9 or 10 wins right now. You're a team that's fighting for a playoff spot.